Have you ever found yourself hesitating at the top of the stairs, or maybe gripping the edge of the countertop just a little tighter than you used to? Maybe you caught your toe on a rug or felt a little unsteady getting out of bed in the morning. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we get older, our homes, places that should feel safe and comfortable, can sometimes turn into obstacle courses we never sign up for. But here's the good news. With just a few simple changes, you can make your home a much safer place and keep your independence for years to come. Today, we're talking about something that's incredibly important but often overlooked: preventing falls at home. Now, I know this isn't the most glamorous topic, but trust me, it's one of the most life-changing. Falls are actually the #1 cause of injury among older adults, and they can happen to anyone, even if you're careful. But the best part is, most falls can be prevented with a little bit of planning and a few easy tweaks around the house. So, if you want to stay active, confident, and independent, you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 simple ways you can make your home safer, starting today. Let's start with something that might surprise you: the power of good lighting. Have you ever tried to make your way to the bathroom in the middle of the night, only to realize you can barely see your own feet? It's a recipe for disaster. Our eyes naturally need more light as we age, and dim corners or shadowy hallways can hide all sorts of tripping hazards. One of the easiest ways to prevent falls is to make sure every area of your home is well lit. That means swapping out old, dim bulbs for brighter ones, adding night lights in the hallway and bathroom, and making sure you can easily reach a light switch from your bed. If you have stairs, make sure both the top and bottom are brightly lit. And don't forget about those little areas like closets or entryways where you might not think to add extra light. You'd be amazed at how much safer you'll feel when you can actually see where you're going, even in the middle of the night. Now, let's talk about something that's hiding in plain sight: clutter. We all have those spots in our homes where things tend to pile up. Maybe it's shoes by the door, magazines on the floor, or that basket of laundry you keep meaning to put away. But every item on the floor is a potential tripping hazard, especially if you're moving quickly or not paying full attention. Take a walk through your home and look at it with fresh eyes. Are there shoes, cords, or bags in the walkway? Is there a rug that always seems to bunch up at the edges? Even something as simple as a pet toy can send you flying if you're not careful. The key here is to keep pathways clear. Make it a habit to tidy up at the end of each day, and ask family members to help keep things off the floor. If you use extension cords, try to run them along the wall instead of across the room. And if you have area rugs, consider removing them altogether or using non-slip pads to keep them firmly in place. It might feel like a small change, but it can make a world of difference. Speaking of rugs, let's spend a moment on flooring. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to catch your foot on the edge of a rug or a loose floorboard? Even a tiny bump can be enough to throw you off balance. If you love your rugs, that's okay. You don't have to get rid of them all. But make sure they're secured with non-slip backing, and check them regularly to make sure they're lying flat. If you have any loose tiles or floorboards, see if you can get them repaired. And if you're thinking about making a bigger change, consider switching to low-pile carpet or slip-resistant flooring in high-traffic areas. It's all about making your home as smooth and steady as possible, so you can move around with confidence. Now, let's talk about the bathroom. It's one of the most common places for falls, and it's easy to see why. Wet floors, slippery tubs, and awkward movements can all add up to a dangerous situation. But with a few simple adjustments, you can make your bathroom much safer. Start by adding grab bars near the toilet and in the shower or tub. These sturdy handles give you something to hold on to when you're getting up or stepping in and out, and they can make a huge difference in your confidence. You can find grab bars at most hardware stores, and they're usually pretty easy to install. Next, think about adding a non-slip mat inside the tub or shower, and another one just outside for when you step out. If you have trouble standing for long periods, a shower chair can be a real game changer. And don't forget about the toilet. If it feels too low, you can get a raised seat to make sitting and standing easier. These changes might seem small, but they can help you feel safer and more independent every single day. So, we've talked about lighting, clutter, flooring, and the bathroom. Each one a simple change that can make your home a safer place to live. But there's one more area that's just as important, and that's the stairs. Whether you have a full staircase or just a couple of steps leading to your front door, stairs can be tricky. The key is to make sure they're as safe as possible, with sturdy handrails on both sides, bright lighting, and clear, uncluttered steps. If you find yourself avoiding the stairs because you're worried about falling, it might be time to look into a stair lift or see if you can rearrange your living space so you don't have to use the stairs as often. Remember, your home should work for you, not the other way around. Now that we've covered some of the most common trouble spots and how to make them safer, let's keep going. There are a few more simple changes you can make that will help you stay steady on your feet and confident in your own home. Let's take a closer look at something that often gets overlooked, but can make a huge difference in your day-to-day life: your footwear. Now, I know it's tempting to slip on those cozy slippers or walk around in socks, especially when you're just relaxing at home. But here's the thing: many slippers and socks don't have the grip you need to stay steady on your feet. In fact, they can be downright slippery, especially on hardwood or tile floors. If you've ever felt your foot slide out from under you, you know exactly what I mean. The solution is simple. Choose shoes that fit well, have a sturdy sole, and offer good traction. There are plenty of comfortable options out there designed specifically for indoor use, with non-slip bottoms that help you feel secure with every step. And if you really love your slippers, look for pairs with rubber soles and a snug fit. It's a small change, but it can help you move around your home with a lot more confidence. Another area that deserves some attention is your furniture arrangement. Over the years, we all collect pieces that have sentimental value, or just seem to fit perfectly in a certain spot. But sometimes, the way our furniture is set up can create narrow walkways or awkward turns, especially if you use a cane or walker. Take a moment to walk through your home and notice how easy it is to get from one room to another. Are there chairs, tables, or decorative items sticking out into the path? Do you have to squeeze past a coffee table or sidestep a plant to get to your favorite chair? Rearranging your furniture to create wide, clear pathways can make a world of difference. It's not about getting rid of the things you love, but about making sure you have enough space to move safely and comfortably. If you have rugs under your furniture, make sure they're secured so they don't bunch up or slide when you walk by. And if you use mobility aids, test out your new arrangement to make sure you can get around easily without bumping into anything. Let's not forget about the importance of keeping things within easy reach. How many times have you stretched to grab something from a high shelf or bent down to pick up a heavy pot from a low cabinet? These little movements might not seem like a big deal, but they can throw you off balance, especially if you're in a hurry or feeling tired. One of the best ways to prevent falls is to organize your home so that the things you use most often are at waist or shoulder height. That means keeping your favorite coffee mug, your medications, or your go-to cooking utensils in easy-to-reach spots. If you have to use a step stool, make sure it's sturdy and has a handle for support, or better yet, ask for help. There's no shame in making things easier for yourself. In fact, it's a sign of wisdom and self-care. Now, let's talk about something that's just as important as your physical environment: your daily routines. Sometimes falls happen not because of what's around us, but because of how we move through our day. Maybe you're rushing to answer the phone, or you get up too quickly after sitting for a while. Taking a moment to pause and move mindfully can make a big difference. When you stand up from a chair or bed, take a second to steady yourself before you start walking. If you feel dizzy or lightheaded, Sit back down and give yourself a moment. It's also a good idea to keep a phone or emergency alert device within reach, just in case you ever need help. Remember, there's no need to rush. Your safety is worth those extra few seconds. Hydration and nutrition play a bigger role in fall prevention than most people realize. When we're dehydrated or haven't eaten enough, our energy drops and our balance can suffer. Make a habit to drink water throughout the day and try to eat regular, balanced meals. If you take medications, talk to your doctor about any side effects that might affect your balance or alertness. Sometimes, a simple adjustment to your routine or medication schedule can help you feel steadier on your feet. Let's also touch on vision and hearing. Our senses naturally change as we age, and sometimes we don't even notice it happening. But poor vision or hearing can make it harder to notice obstacles or changes in your environment. Make sure to get your eyes and ears checked regularly and wear your glasses or hearing aids as prescribed. Clean your lenses often and keep your hearing aids in good working order. Good lighting, as we talked about earlier, works hand in hand with clear vision to help you spot potential hazards before they become a problem. If you live with pets, you know how much joy and companionship they bring. But let's be honest, sometimes our furry friends can get underfoot, especially when they're excited or hungry. If you have a dog or a cat, try to be mindful of where they are when you're moving around. Consider using a bell on their collar so you can hear them coming, or set up a cozy spot from away from high-traffic areas. Feeding them on a regular schedule can also help you anticipate when they'll be underfoot. It's all about creating a home where everyone, two-legged and four-legged, can move around safely. Finally, don't underestimate the value of asking for help. Whether it's a family member, a friend, or a neighbor, there's no shame in reaching out when you need a hand. Maybe you need help moving a heavy piece of furniture, installing grab bars, or just getting organized. Most people are more than happy to lend a hand, and you might even find that working together makes the process more enjoyable. Remember, taking steps to prevent falls isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about giving yourself the freedom to enjoy your home and your life to the fullest. With these changes, you're not just making your home safer. You're building a foundation for confidence, independence, and peace of mind. Every adjustment, no matter how small, is a step toward a happier, healthier future. As you start to put these ideas into practice, you might notice something wonderful happening. Each small change you make, whether it's swapping out your slippers for sturdy shoes, rearranging your furniture, or simply pausing before you stand up, adds up to a greater sense of confidence in your own home. It's not just about avoiding accidents. It's about reclaiming your space and your independence. You deserve to feel safe and comfortable in every corner of your home, and these steps are all about making that a reality. Sometimes, the biggest hurdle isn't the physical changes, but the mental shift that comes with them. It's easy to feel a little stubborn or even embarrassed about making adjustments, especially if you've lived in your home for decades. Maybe you think, I've never needed grab bars before, why start now? Or, I don't want to bother anyone for help. But here's the truth. Taking care of yourself is never something to be ashamed of. In fact, it's one of the most loving things you can do for yourself and for the people who care about you. Think of these changes as gifts to your future self, little acts of kindness that will pay off every single day. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. So many people your age are facing the same challenges, and there's a whole community out there cheering you on. If you ever feel overwhelmed, just take it one step at a time. Maybe today you add a nightlight in the hallway, and tomorrow you ask a neighbor to help move a heavy chair. Every bit counts, and there's no rush. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. As you continue to make your home safer, you might even find that you're able to enjoy your favorite activities more. Maybe you'll feel more comfortable inviting friends over for coffee, or you'll spend more time in the garden without worrying about tripping over a hose. You might even discover new hobbies or routines that bring you joy, now that you're moving around with greater ease and confidence. Life after 60 is full of possibilities, and a safe home is a foundation for all of them. Let's take a moment to celebrate the progress you've made and the courage it takes to make changes, no matter how big or small. It's not always easy to look at your home with fresh eyes or to ask for help, but every step you take is a victory. You're investing in your health, your happiness, and your independence. That's something to be proud of. If you've tried any of these tips, or if you have your own ideas for making your home safer, I'd love to hear from you. Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might be just the encouragement someone else needs to take that first step. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're building a community of people who are committed to living their best lives at every age, and your voice is an important part of that. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. You don't have to do everything at once, and you don't have to do it alone. Each adjustment you make is a step toward a safer, happier, and more independent life. So keep going, keep believing in yourself, and know that you're making a positive impact. Not just for yourself, but for everyone who loves and cares about you. Here's to living your best life at any age, and to creating a home that supports you every step of the way. Stay safe, stay strong, and keep shining.